Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. Park City School District is one of the premier districts in the country, and that is in part due to great leadership at the district level. And here with us today to talk more about the school district and also master planning is Superintendent Dr. Jill Gildea. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
How have things been going?
It is such a busy year. We have so much going on, but I think that's what makes it such a vibrant and amazing school district. We just have incredible programming for kids from preschool all the way through the 12th grade, and the kids really take advantage of that. So you'll see our students involved and interested in arts and athletics and robotics, and we have five student teams who are finalists in the Entrepreneurship Challenge out of 20. So 5 out of 20 are our kids. And then we just had this amazing Sterling Scholars Award ceremony for students in a variety of categories. So these are seniors who are graduating, who put together a portfolio which is rated against all other kids in the region, all other high school kids who have applied. And then the students earn wonderful scholarship awards. But again, in that, we had a number of students with winning or runner-up scholarship awards. So just really amazing to celebrate these kids' accomplishments.
Seems like Park City students are always in the news about great things that they're doing, and kudos to them. They get a lot of credit, but also the teachers, the educators, the district, the community does as well. And that brings me to master planning. This is something that has been going on for quite some time. Started with strategic planning last year, and now we're in this stage of master planning. Where are we at with that, and where do you hope to go?
We're at a really exciting time in master plan, and for this next month, I think next 2 months really, we have about an 8-week plan where you're going to see all of the work the architect and planning team has been doing on the actual current state of facilities, putting together long-range capital outlay planning, and then all of this input that we've had from our steering committee, our task force members, surveys, outreach, emails, all of the things we've heard, learning leader, a group of about 30 educators who have been with us this whole time, going to 6 different workshops, learning about the best shifts in learning environments and how that influences learning. There's all kinds of science around how kids learn and how the brain works, trying to incorporate all of that in a long-range plan. So I think over these next 8 weeks, on or around April 16th, so the next board meeting, the planning team who has aggregated all this information will come to the board and will share at the board meeting several of the options or ideas that have surfaced that are possible, things to think about. And once that is launched, once those ideas are public, we'll then quickly gather our steering committee together to start weighing in and thinking about what are the pros and cons of all of those options to narrow the pool. And then from there, we'll continue to work with the community, probably have a town hall, as well as any other, many other opportunities, email, phone calls, any way to provide that input so that the plan is truly a representation of what the community wishes for its public schools for the next decade.
And you're talking grade realignment, class size, future of the schools, all of these different issues that the community can come together and hear more about what you have found through the master planning process and then kind of know where to go from there. How has this whole process this year helped you get to know the community, get to know the needs, the priorities as a new superintendent?
It helps a lot because we've, of course, had so much engagement, so that's a great thing because it does let me hear the variety of perspectives and so many great ideas. And I think it's important for us all to know there are many pathways to a great result and a great end. I think it's trying to get that concurrence, though, around what the majority of the people feel is going to really help us. I think once we have those facility assessments, that will really help us too, because we have to really weigh what is a renovation or an expansion, maintenance versus maintenance cost. And you have to look at that when you have some aging buildings.
Absolutely. So we're heading to the last quarter of the school year. It's hard to believe. When you look back on this first year here in Park City, what are some of your thoughts as a superintendent, also as a member of the community now? Where are you at?
It has gone so quickly. So I think I'm going to have to take that time to, breathe and slow down because it's just such a beautiful place with so much going on. My husband has also noticed that because every several times a week I'll say, okay, honey, we're going to go to this meeting, or we're going to hear about this different event, or I'd really like you to come to the high school master planning meeting, as we have a high schooler to hear. So he's been really busy too. He's kind of taken on, extra evening events as well. So we've really enjoyed that vibrancy though of the community. We've enjoyed getting to know so many amazing people, who live here and who really care and are passionate about our schools, our environment. It's really a great place to live and work.
That's really good to hear. I've read that you are very student focused, and the decisions that you make, whether it's a big decision or just even what you do in your job from day to day, is very student focused. Tell me a little bit about that and why that is your priority as a superintendent.
Certainly. So my real drive in this role and in this position and in thinking about schools and students and learning is really about helping each learner to reach their limitless potential. That's really what gets me excited about schools and schooling. And I think many educators feel the same way. We get into this field because we just love working with youth, and you see all of that potential, and you just can't wait to see where that's going to go for these kids, and unlocking those doors to have that happen is just amazing. It's amazing. It's just really a gift to be able to do that every day. So we do have a student member on our Board of Education, which is an outstanding way to kind of key into what the high school kids are thinking. And we have great leadership courses at both the middle school and the high school levels. So these kids are willing and able and very open in sharing their ideas and their insights. And I think this generation of students, as you know, student voice and student engagement is really important in thinking about kind of this next generation of school and schooling and what that experience is going to be. You no longer see passive learners. You see kids really engaged. So I do think those anything that we shift, including the learning environment, has to have some student input and idea.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here. I know how busy you are as superintendent, running from one thing to the next, and it's a pleasure to have you here with us. One more time, let us know when the community can get involved with this next step of master planning.
Yes, so on April 16th, that's the time where the Board of Education, who obviously is the governance team, they really should hear everything that these consultants have been working on, I think, first. This is their big picture policy thinking and gives them a little more think time. Then our steering committee that's been working so hard, and our learning leaders will really want to hear from them. So what are your ideas and additional inputs to these? And I think it may be multiple options that we end up hearing. And then I think at that point we will start pulling those best ideas out of those options to put together for the community's consideration. So between April 16th and May 21st, I would anticipate there will be an open house opportunity at Town Hall where people can actually come and share their different ideas. Rather than having it be just a little public comment portion of a board meeting, we'll actually set a time where we can all hear people's ideas, where they can kind of have an open mic and let us know what things resonate and what things are the best steps that they would like to see.
Stay posted to the website for those changes in those meetings. It's an exciting time, I think, here in Park City with our schools.
It really is, and they're amazing. They are amazing facilities, but anything we can do to improve the learning environment for kids, I think we'll all want to consider.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gildea, for being here.
Thanks. Great to see you.
Great to have you. All right, so you want to check out Park City School District to learn more about master planning. Also, we're very lucky here to have active students, active teachers, and educators and leadership that wants to hear what we think is important for our children here in Park City. All right, much more coming up after this quick break.